Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan Price, and welcome back to Film Scoring Thursdays, Tech Thursdays, as you would have it. My name is Jonathan Price, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, first off and foremost, for the text, the instant messages, the posts on Facebook, all that kind of stuff for well wishes. For those of you who don't know, I was moving and picked up a really heavy box and got a hernia, and so I had to have surgery this last Monday, and so I'm just at home recovering, and I'm just trying to take it easy and gonna be teaching you guys some stuff in the process. So if I sound a little either out of it, or if I start to say something that doesn't really make sense, that's why. I'm on a lot of heavy pain medication and I'm drinking some coffee. So yeah. We are in this second week of this series called Wheel of Emotion. And if you remember in the last video that I did, I just kind of talked about the overview of what was happening. So we have surprised, bad, fearful, angry, disgusted, sad, and happy. And what we did was we kind of looked at, well, what are all of these things and how do we treat movies with emotion rather than just their specific genre? And so what we need to do first and foremost is we need to separate the genre of film from the actual emotion of what's happening in the film. So let's say we have something like action, comedy, drama, magical, miscellaneous, whatever you want to put in there, whatever genre you'd like to put in there. And you have to think of, okay, well, this overall arcing movie may be comedy in nature, but there are so many more emotions happening in comedy than just funny all the time. Or how do you score something that's magical? Well, magical's not really a feeling, it's more of a descriptor of a overall essence of something. So like in magical, the thing that I like to think of is, well, is it more like Mickey Mouse and the Sorcerer's Apprentice, or is it more like the Hobbit and more dark magic? Is it because now we have happy and fearful, and we're so far, even in the Mickey Mouse, the Sorcerer's Apprentice, there is so many different emotions happening in each and every single one of these. So what you have to do is you have to separate these, and you have to get a director focused in on one or two or maybe three kind of overarching emotions. And we're going to really try to stay strictly with emotions. So this week we are looking at surprised, and we are going to go over the next 7 weeks. We're going to go bad next week, fearful, angry, disgusted, sad, and finishing up with happy. Now, I will say this before we fully dive into this. At the end of the 7 weeks, at the end of this series, we're going to, I'm going to be posting a video of the lesson that I had with Kevin Simon, who was the winner of our scoring challenge, where he got to choose either a mixing consultation or a composing lesson with me. And so he chose a composition lesson with me, and so I'm very humbled for that. And so him and I had a wonderful interaction, and so I hope you guys stay tuned for that. So if you're thinking about it, we have actually 2 months full of videos ready to go. So all right, let's dive into this. So surprised. You have a director that says, hey, I need this scene to be more surprising. And you're like, well, okay. What do you want what's surprising about it? Well, and so anytime I'm talking with a director, I'm always talking to a director with this wheel, and that we're both looking at the same time so that we can narrow down exactly what's happening. And I'm going to show you a video of something that I did here in a minute. It's called Flip. And it's for a film scoring competition that was a few years ago, back in 2015, I think. And I used Surprised for this particular film, and it just so happens that it worked out really well. So I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to keep an eye on, if you can, both the emotions that I have over here, and then the film that's being played. And so I hope you guys can see this. My screen is as big as I can get it. So So just watch this film, listen to the music, and kind of follow along. We have excited, amazed, confused, startled, energetic, eager, awe, astonished, perplexed, disillusioned, dismayed, and shocked. Ugh. Lots of stuff going on. So take a listen, take a watch, and enjoy. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you guys were kind of following along. I'm gonna kind of go over the chord structures that I use and the melody that I use. So, excuse me. If I'm clearing my throat a lot, it's because I've got a lot of drugs and stuff in my system, so I'm still trying to recover. Yeah. So, all right, let's look at this. Excited, amazed, confused, startled, energetic, eager, awe, astonished, perplexed, disillusioned, dismayed, and shocked. So I hope you guys were able to see all of those things happening. The melody that I used, if you were able to follow along, pull up my piano here, was basically a C chord or a D chord over a C chord. And that's the melody that I used. Okay. And so I'm going to kind of go over here's two really big chord progressions that I as a composer myself gravitate towards, and it's called the chromatic medium. And the seventh chord with the seventh in the bass. Those are the two that I really, really, really like to utilize in a lot of my scoring. So what a chromatic median is it can evoke these happy and surprised emotions really, really well. It can also evoke a lot of these kind of disillusioned and unsettling emotions as well. So a chromatic median is any time you have a root note, say C, and it's going up to the minor third or the major third. And in that major and minor third, you have a major or minor chord. So for instance, if I go from a C up a minor third to either an E flat major or an E flat minor, or if I'm going from a C up to a major third and I have an E major and an E minor. Conversely, going backwards, if I have a C and I go down to an A minor, I have either an A major chord or an A minor chord, which is the 6th chord, a minor 6 in the key of C. Or if I go down a major third to A flat, I have now A flat major or A flat minor. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chords to use, all from the root note of C. Okay? I hope that makes sense, kind of. So I use these progressions a lot, and you'll hear a lot of these chords now wherever you go. So let me kind of demonstrate what these kind of sound like. So if I'm playing a C, and I'll go through every progression. So up a minor third to the major. Okay, something like that. And then to the minor. Way darker, more like a Batman kind of sound. And then to the let's go to the major third real quick. And then we have the classic minor, the 1 to the minor 6. That's pretty common. You hear that a lot in blues. Right? Okay, so then we have to the major of that. So we go down a minor third to the A. So now we're going to do A major. And then we also have the going down to A flat. Sorry if you can hear the ambulance behind me. There's something going on outside, so apologize about that. This is probably my favorite one, the C to the A flat. That's probably my favorite. So I use those a lot. And then the other one that I use is this this 7th chord with the 7th in the root, or the bass. So for this particular one, I have a D, and the chord is actually a D over a C. But the C is the root of the D7. So I just build a major chord on the 7th. There's my D chord. See? Okay? So that whole melody is the basis for everything I do, and then I just kind of move it around into different melodies. So the first time you hear it is, and then it starts a little more bouncy. Then I go up to the chromatic median. There it is. Oops. To a big 5 chord. And then that transition you'll hear, and I'll show it to you in a second. Now I go to the E flat major. There's another chromatic median. So that's the transition to when she's flying into the into that dark forest. The melody for that is, oh, there's that transition again. So there's that, the 7th, that 7 is now my root. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this video again, because I feel like I'm getting ready to lose some people, so I don't want to lose you guys. So we're just going to go through that point. We're going to kind of talk about the emotions that I've already scored in there. So let's listen to this again, and I'll kind of comment. So kind of here we have this kind of maybe a dismayed and astonished, or not astonished, more like awe, dismayed and awe, which is obviously sad. We don't know what she's sad about until we see that sign. It's not a place for Emma. Pull here. Ah, now we're a little more energetic and excited. We're eager, we're kind of heading up. Now we get into this astonished and energetic excited. Now it transitions. Did you hear that transition? We went from and then I do a different progression to get me into the key of E, I believe, and fully into E. I'm kind of going to wrap up this video right here, and with a little bit of a taste for next week. A lot of these videos, and I hope you guys, I hope that these videos are making sense, because this week in particular, I'm a little phasey, a little bit of buzzed and kind of goofy. So I apologize if some of this didn't make sense, but I hope you guys were able to follow along. And I hope that you were able to see that there was some good energy in this scoring and in this film. And I hope you guys were able to see that there was a huge range of emotion, from the shocked to the energetic, from startled to excited to surprised. Next week we will be looking at bad. So we have tired to bored, and we have unfocused to indifferent. So that's kind of a big range of bad feeling, I guess. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will try to respond as quickly as I can, as I usually do. And if you have suggestions for the next set of videos, I would love to hear them. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful and fantastic week. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. And enjoy these next couple of weeks of videos. And we will talk to you guys later. Thanks, and happy scoring.